Hey, welcome to another edition of BeerAmerica.tv. I am Paul Leone with
John Pinkerton.
John Pinkerton, and what a mighty fine jersey you have there.
Thank you very much.
Bike racing?
Looking good.
Oh, well, thank you. Lucky Labrador, which I've never had.
We're both feeling quite fit today.
Yeah, exactly.
Soak in your guts, gentlemen. We are the Ghostbusters.
We are wearing bicycle jerseys, compliments of Retro Image Apparel Company in Portland, Oregon. And retroimageapparel.com right here. Thank you, Roger, for there you go, right down here. Thank you, Roger, for sending these to us. And if you look off to, let's see, if we're here to go off this way, I think, you'll see a little banner for Retro Image Apparel. And if you click on that banner, it'll take you right to their site, and you can buy jerseys just like this. They've got bike jerseys of all different, whole Dr. Seuss collection, but they also have an American craft beer selection. And so Roger was nice enough to send you and I some jerseys, and we'll wear a couple other different ones that we have in some future episodes.
I don't know if you can see this, but mine is quite nice.
Yes.
The redhead.
The mermaid. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Coney Island. And we love Coney Island beers too, but I have not had Lucky Labrador. You?
I think I have, actually.
Okay. There you go. I have not. But thank you, Roger. These are great jerseys. And just go to the site and take a look at them. Actually, there's a lot of very cool American craft beer jerseys that they're wearing. And when I put it on, I'm going, dude, this is tight. And you're like, it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to fit.
Yeah, it's right.
It's just that now I'm not fit enough to actually look good in it.
No, it's snug. It's probably more snug than it should. Trust me, I'm pretty streamlined right now because it's I had to put it on. But anyway,
I was going to say you're pretty svelte.
Svelte, yeah, I know. It's like a man bikini thing. Not a bikini. What do they call those things? A corset. A man corset is what it is.
Oh dear.
Pulls me right in. Anyway,
They're going to send us a bodysuit. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh yeah, it's basically the shorts and the top.
Really?
Yeah, those are pretty
nice. Well, we got these and we like them, and I think you will too. So press the little button over there and check out his jerseys. Yeah, well, it's nice. It's nice for him to call and contact us and offer.
Appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. So we decided to wear the bike racing jerseys because we always are trying to think ahead here. Because that's how we roll. Exactly right.
Tight.
And a Bear Republic beer that we're going to talk about today, Racer 5 India Pale Ale. And John, this is a beer you were familiar with, but I was not. What can you tell us about this?
Well, I'm pretty excited about this one. They are well known for their award-winning beers, lots of hoppy beers. They've got a ton of hoppy beers. My pal Richard Norgrove is the brewmaster there.
Okay.
And they won, I think, they won a gold medal for their rye beer this year, and I think bronze for the Rogan beer.
Okay.
This year at the GABF.
Okay.
We went ahead and we went with the Racer 5 because it is basically their flagship, if you will. And you'll notice with all their labels, they all have kind of an automotive theme, or not all of them, but an awful lot of them do. Richard and the crew are they're kind of car buffs.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I smelled here in just a second. But.
Hoppy goodness.
Hoppy goodness. I had. You know how smell can invoke memory of some sort?
Sense memory.
Sense memory.
Yes.
And when I smelled this, I felt like I walked into a brewery. I mean, and you know where you guys store the hops, and that's kind of like that smell. And I don't know why it was the first thing that popped in my head is all of the hops. And wow, that was nice.
I'm just guessing. I bet they have quite a nice hop room or hop cooler.
Yeah. Wow, that was really nice. And I'm not getting a lot of bitterness on this either.
Well, I think the bitterness is there. It's pretty well supported.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an overly full-bodied beer, but it's got enough there that kind of supports that bitterness. Real floral.
7% alcohol, not too bad.
This is 7%?
It says 7%.
Oh.
Hopped with Chinook, Cascade, Columbus, and Centennial. Heavily hopped, I should say. I forgot to put heavily because that's what they wrote here.
I was thinking this was a pale ale, and here it is, an IPA.
Yeah.
A delicious IPA at that.
Yeah, India Pale Ale. Yeah, Racer 5.
Very, very smooth. For 7% alcohol, this is the alcohol is, totally streamlined, totally integrated into the finish, and easy drinking. That makes for a dangerous beer.
It does, and it's actually really nice. And I'm not a big bitter beer guy, and I like them almost to the point where they're overly hopped. And we've debated this, not really debated, but talked about in the past. I feel like when there's a lot of hops in beers, it almost starts to turn sweet to me. You and I have had this conversation before.
Well, they often do because they're trying to support that bitterness with extra malt sweetness. But yeah, I think what's key here is it's probably the same IBUs as, say, another beer that might be tasting more bitter, but there's enough malt backbone or sweetness or fullness to kind of even that out.
I like this. I like independent since 1995. Why would you put that on a bottle, do you think, as a brewer? I mean, is it because some of these smaller craft brewers are now being bought up by the bigger players?
Some have been.
I'm
but
just throwing
it's
out
part
there,
of the definition of being a craft brewer is independent. So, a lot of us kind of wear that badge proudly.
It's the first time I've seen it on a bottle. That's why I'm like, they really take pride in that. And 1995 is actually, 15 years in this game is pretty good. It's not,
That's...
Well, how long has Moon River been?
Moon River started in 99, but I started brewing professionally in 94, the summer of 94.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Once you got through the 80s...
It's a career's worth right there.
Yeah, I know. Once you get through the 80s, it's like craft beer really started taking off in the 90s, wouldn't you say?
Big time, yeah. And mid-90s were sort of the peak before some people sort of thought it was starting to fall away, but the reality is that it never did fall away. It just kind of kept on going, nice, slow, steady growth.
And many survived, few did not, who tried to jump into the game and I think brew bad beers. Wouldn't you say? Yeah,
some brewed bad beers, some brewed good beers, but just didn't quite have the financial wherewithal to keep it going.
Okay.
And there's all sorts of challenges in this business besides just making good beer. But these guys have pretty much got all those points nailed.
Yeah,
best I can tell.
Yeah, and aggressive, heavily hopped. They really went for it with this one, and you can definitely taste it.
Yeah, a number of years ago, I have to tell this story because it's one of my favorites. Richard and I think, were tasting or judging at the GABF together, and he and I got to talking about our kids, and he told me the story of how he brewed a beer with Cheerios.
Yeah.
Like he found a
Nice.
commercial source of, or a wholesale source.
Because you want to start his kid young.
Large volume
Right.
of, the beer wasn't for the kids, but it was sort of inspired by the notion, when you have little ones, you have lots of Cheerios pretty much covering every surface in your house at one point or another. So
yeah, and what I also like on here, there's a Brewmaster's notes, which I've never seen before, and I'll put it up down here as well. Keep cold, respect life, don't drink and drive, real ale is alive, yeast is alive, yeast is good, serve at 45, 50 degrees. That was nice.
Good little tidbits.
Good little tidbits there. There you go.
Right on.
And something we advocate as well. So
absolutely.
Anyway, it's Racer 5 from Bear Republic, and with our racing jerseys, retroimageapparel.com. Yeah, and what is this thing? Do I do this?
Yeah, that's exactly where your beer goes. That's a beer holder.
So just to keep the things,
although we don't encourage
Mario, can you see that at all?
Okay,
Mario. Okay, good. Mario Calderon, who I work with here, is running the camera right now.
You just showed him your running maker.
I did. There you go.
That's awesome.
So there you go. So it's multi-purpose as well. So if you're out at a beer festival or whatever, you can kind of keep things back here, right? Your favorite beers.
Yep.
Save them for later.
Got to stay hydrated.
Exactly right. All right. Cheers.
All right.
Paul at BeerAmerica.tv.
Pink at BeerAmerica.tv.
At Studios 121 in Fort Worth. Thank you for having us, and cheers.
Cheers.
It's almost gone.
Yeah. I drank it again.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?